Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter linear equations, and the lessons we're going to cover today are graph a line using slope, graph a line from an equation, write a linear equation from a slope and y-intercept, and write a linear equation from graph. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? Okay, so here I'm on grade 8 math. The chapter we're working on is linear equation. We're going to start with the lesson graph a line using slope. So you are given with the slope and you have to graph a line. How do we graph, right? Graph the line that has a slope 4 and includes the point 1, includes the point 0, 3, right? So you have a graph, you need to graph a line. You are given the slope that is 4 and you have to graph the line. Okay, so the point includes 0, 3, right? Here is the point 0, 3. Now slope is 4. That means 4 over 1. 4 is the y, the distance on y-axis, and x is the 1. So you need to move 1 point right and 4 point up, and here is another point. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's how you make a straight line when you are given the slope and the point, right? So that is 0, 3 and the other point is 1, 7, right? So you can use the slope like this. The slope you are given is 4. That means that you do not have any denominator, that is 1, right? So we can write slope as rise and run, right? Rise divided by run, or you can say change in y divided by change in x, right? So that means change in y is 4 and change in x is 1. Here is the change in y: 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 points up and 1 point right. So the second point is 1 and 7, right? Let's just start with the practice questions. So basically you have to use the given slope. We know that slope is equal to rise divided by run, right? Okay, so here you are given graph the line that has point 0 and 1. Graph the line that has a slope of 8 and includes point 0, 0.01. Okay, here is the point 0.08. You are given two of the graphs, right? We need to check. So you are given the slope that is m equals 8. And we know that the slope equals change in y divided by change in x, right? So you're given slope 8. That means denominator must be 1. So 8 is the change in y. Start from here, move 8 point up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see here after 8 points you add 1, you have to move right 1 and up 8. So here is another point, right? That means this is the correct graph for the exam question, right? Option 1 is the correct option. You don't need to check the second one because both the point lie on the first graph. So that is equation number 1. The graph number 1. Option 1 is the correct option, right? The correct option is option number 1. Graph the line that has a slope of 4 and includes the point 0, 0.03. Okay, you are given the slope that is 4 and the point you are given is 0, 0.03. So which is the correct option? Just check the graph with the point 0.03 and the slope 4. The slope is 4. That means change in y is 4 and change in x is 1, right? Here is the point 0.03. Here is the in 1, change in x1 and move 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, the change in y is 4. So that is 4 over 1. So that means the correct option is the graph 1 is the correct solution, right? You don't need to check the second one because both the points lie on the first graph, right? So the option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? If the both the points are not on the first graph, then you need to check the second one, right? The graph the line that has a slope 1 over 9 and includes the point. Okay, now you're given the slope that is 1 over 9 and the point must include 0, 0. That means the line must be passing through the origin. So option 1 is not the correct option because this line is not passing through the origin. Here is the line that passing through the origin and the slope you are given is 1 over 9, right? That means change in y is 1 and change in x is 9. So change in y, you like this. You can see here you have 1 and here you have 9. So the change in y is 1 and change in x is 9. So that is the correct option, right? The second one is the correct option. Graph the line that has slope 1 and includes the point 2 and 9. So which is the correct option? Here is the first graph and here is the second one. So which is the correct option? Slope is 1, right? Just see here this graph. The point given is 2, 9, right? X is 2, but y is 4, right? This isn't the correct option. Just check the second one. Okay, here x is 2 and y is 9. This is the point 29 and also the change slope is 1, right? That means you need to move right 1, up 1. Right 1, up 1. So that is the correct option. The second one is the correct option. Got it? Very good. Option 2 is the correct option. Okay, graph the line that has the slope 1 over 3 and the point 33. So just check the first graph. So then I'll move to the second one, right? So see which is the correct one. One is the correct option, right? Because it has the point 33. Here is the point 33. And you can see the slope you are given is 1 over 3. Here is the change in y, 1. And here is the change in x, 3. Right? That means that is 1 over 3. Got it? So option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. graph a line from an equation, right? Now we're going to learn if we are given with the graph, no, if we are given with the equation, how do we graph a line, right? Okay, you are given the equation y equals 5x plus 4, right? First, understand the equation. The general form of the linear equation is y equals mx plus b, right? M, that is the slope. M equals 5. Got it? And B is the y-intercept, right? You can note down these very important things. B is the y-intercept. Y-intercept means that is the point where the graph is touching the y-axis, right? So that would be x is 0 and y is 4 because the graph is touching the y-axis. You have 1.04. You just have to use the slope, and now you can see we have the information given in the last lesson. Like you're given 1 point that is 0.4 and you are given the slope that is 5. We know that how do we plot the graph when we are given the point and the slope, right? So when we are given with the point and the slope, what you have to do, first you have to plot the point on the graph. The point is 0 and 4. Here is the point, x is 0, y is 4. You can see this is the point where the graph is passing through the y axis, right? Then you have this is 5. That means 5 over 1. 5 means change in y must be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And change in x must be 1. Basically, you have to see the slope is the distance between two consecutive points, right? That is 5 by 1, right? Now let's just start with the test questions. We're going to learn how do we plot the graph when we are given with the equation. When we are given with the equation, you have two informations you got get from the equation. The one is slope and the second one is y-intercept, right? The equation you are given is y equals x plus 5. Just equate the equation with the general form of the linear equation. Here is m equals 1. That means 1 over 1, right? And b equals 5. B is the y-intercept. That is the point where graph is passing through the y-intercept. So you have to use the point and the slope and make a line. So you can see option number 1 is the correct option. How it is? Because here is the point 0 and 5 and the distance between the two consecutive points is 1 and 1, right? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, graph the line using slope and y-intercept. So you are given the line that is y equals 7x plus 1. So you have to plot a graph, right? So you are given the slope is 7 and the y-intercept is 1. Is the first one is the solution of the equation? The first one is the graph of the equation. No. Why? Because you are given the y-intercept is 1, right? That means the graph must pass through the point 0, 1 on y-axis. But here that is not 0, 1, right? Here is the point 0, 1 and the slope is 7. That means the change in y must be 7 and change in x must be 1. So the second option is the correct option, right? Okay, y equals 2x plus 1. So the slope is 2 and the y-intercept is 1. Just check if the first graph is the solution. So the correct option is yes, the first one is the solution of the, that is the graph of the given line equation, right? Very good. Graph the line using the slope and y-intercept. So which is the correct option? 5x plus 4, right? That means slope is 5 and y-intercept is 4, right? So just see if the first graph is the solution. First graph is not the solution, right? Because the slope is 5 and the y-intercept is 4. That means the graph must pass through the point 4 on the y-axis. Here is it. And the slope is 5, so change in y is 5 and change in x is 1. So option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Yes, it is option number 2. Okay, the next one is graph the line using the slope and y-intercept. Y equals 6x plus 2. Option 1 is not the correct option, right? Because the y-intercept must be 2 and the slope is 6. Y-intercept means the graph must pass through the point 0, 2 on the y-axis. So the second one is the, yes, that is the solution of the, that is the graph of the given equation. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson we are going to start with is Write a linear equation from a slope and y-intercept. So when you are given the slope and the y-intercept, how do we write the equation? Basically, all the lessons are interconnected. We just learned the graphing, graph the line using equation. Right now, you are going to learn how do we write an equation when you are given with the slope and the y-intercept, right? Okay, so the first example is a line's y-intercept is negative 3. You are given the y-intercept, right? That means b is negative 3 and its slope is 6. That means equals 6, right? Now you have to write the equation in slope intercept form. The equation is the in the slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Here is the slope and here is the y-intercept. That's why this equation is known as slope intercept. So you have to do y equals 6x and plus the slope is negative 3. So you can write the equation as 6x minus 3. Got it? The correct option is 6x minus 3. Let's just start with the test questions. A line has a y-intercept of 8 and slope of 6. What is its equation in slope intercept form? So which is the correct option? B equals 8, m equals 6. Here y equals m x plus b. So option number 1 is the correct option, that is y equals 6x plus 8. Option 1 is the correct option. A line's y-intercept is negative 10 and its slope is. What is its equation in slope intercept form? So which is the correct option? That is equation number 2, y equals 3x minus 10 is the correct option. Very good. There is a line whose slope is 2 and whose y-intercept is 6. What is its equation in slope intercept form? So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. Y equals to x plus 6 is the correct option. A line's y-intercept is -3 and its slope is 7. What is its equation in slope-intercept form? So which is the correct option? Excuse me. So the correct option is the correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. Y equals 7x minus 3 is the correct option. There is a line whose slope is 9 and whose y-intercept is 3. What is its equation in slope-intercept form? So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is option number 1, that is y equals 9x plus 3. Option 1 is the correct option. A line has a y-intercept of -9 and a slope of 4. With what is its equation in slope-intercept form? So which is the correct option? Yes, that is equation number 2. Y equals 4x minus 9 is the correct option. Very good. A line's slope is 5 and its y-intercept is -7. But its equation in slope-intercept form? The correct option is y is 5x minus 5, right? The correct option is option 5x minus 7. Option 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is write a linear equation from a graph. Look at this graph. Okay, now you are given with the graph. You have to write down the equation in slope intercept form from the graph. How do we write? Right? So to, we know that the general equation is y equals mx plus b, right? So you need to do this. You need to find the two things from the graph. The equation is y equals mx plus b. So first thing you need to find is slope from the graph and the y-intercept from the graph. Y-intercept is the point where the graph is touching the y-axis. That would be -9, right? So the y-intercept is -9. The next thing you have to find from the graph is the slope, right? So the slope is just see the two consecutive points there. The slope is 1 over 1, right? So that would be y equals 1x minus 9. That is y equals x minus 9. So same two things you have to find from the graph and then go put back them in the equation. That is y equals x minus 9. Got it? Let's just start with the test question. You can find the slope by using 2 points, but I already explained the easiest way you to calculate the slope. So why not we can use the easiest way, right? Just make things easy for you. So again, we are given we have to find write down the equation in slope intercept form. That is y equals mx plus b. So for this equation, you need two things. One of them is slope, and the second one is the y-intercept. The graph is passing through the origin. So b is 0, right? Because the graph is passing through the origin. Okay, now you need to find the slope. Two consecutive points. There are two consecutive points. The change in y is 2 and change in x is 1. That means the slope is m equals change in y divided by change in x, that is 2. So y equals 2x plus 0 and y equals 2x. That is the equation of the given graph. Got it? The equation is y equals 2x. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is look at this graph. Okay, so calculate the same two things, the y-intercept and the slope. Y equals mx plus b. Here is the y-intercept, that is -50, right? B equals -50. Now calculate the slope. Just use two consecutive points, that would be 1 and 1. So slope is 1. So y equals x minus 50 is the correct option. The equation is y equals x minus 50. Got it? The correct option is y equals x minus 50. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, now you have to tell me which is the correct option for the graph. Look at this graph. What is the equation of the line in slope intercept form? So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is the second one because the y-intercept is negative 80, right? So the second option is the correct option. Look at this graph. Look at this graph. So which is the correction? Yes, that is the second option. Y equals x minus 70 is the correct one. The second option is the correct option. Look at this graph. What is the equation of the line in slope intercept form, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. Y equals x minus 10 is the correct option. Look at this graph. So which is the correct option? The correct option is the second one. Y equals x minus 40 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 math. Chapter we were working on is linear equations, and the lessons we have covered today are graph a line using a slope, graph a line from an equation, write a linear equation from a slope and y-intercept, and write a linear equation from a graph. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact. I need you to on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So if you have any question related to the lessons we just did, you can ask questions. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So please ask questions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone. Okay, thank you. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.